Released in 2007, this was unarguably the breakthrough role for Elliot Page, who went on to receive mountains of accolade and acclaim, not least an Academy Award nomination for their performance in the titular role. And basically, he deserved it. It's an impressive performance. The movie co-stars Michael Cera, who was coming off his name-making Apatow fratbuster Superbad. This is Michael Cera before he became Michael Cera. And he is actually rather endearing, with that staple super-duper sweet charm. I reckon you've got this, Superbad, and Scott Pilgrim before you're in danger of developing diabetes. The movie begins with the word autumn handwritten in the top right-hand corner, and you would be forgiven for thinking, we might be in for some Dear Diary tweeness here. And then the first words are narrated.
It started with a chair.
Yeah, we are definitely in for some Dear Diary tweeness here. And this is compounded by the title credits, which bounce in with the admittedly brilliant but incredibly quaint All I Want Is You by Barry Louis Polisar, alongside some hand-drawn stop-motion animation.
If I was a flower growing wild and free, all I'd want is you to be my sweet honeybee. And if I was a tree growing tall and green, all I'd want is you to shade me and be my leaves.
Twee overload. And we're under 2 minutes in. Right. Okay. Credits rolling. Yep. Michael Cera. Oh, God. It's got Jennifer Garner in it. Oh. It's got Jason Bateman in it. And Alison Janney. Okay, it's got J.K. Simmons in it. It's all right, people. We might get through this. And this feeling of steely resolve is strengthened as we see Rainn Wilson of US Office fame giving a delightful little cameo.
What's the prognosis, Fertile Myrtle? Minus or plus?
I don't know. It's not seasoned yet. No. There it is. That little pink plus sign is so unholy.
That ain't no Etch-a-Sketch. This is one doodle that can't be undid, Holmes Gillett.
However, we are then pegged back when that Tire Swing song comes on.
I took the Polaroid down in my room. I'm pretty sure you have a new girlfriend.
It may well have been this song that inspired those unbearable Match.com ukulele UK adverts. Yeah, thanks for that. Now, more and more throughout this movie, you'll notice that the characters don't speak like your average Joes and Jolenes. Oh no. They speak with that almighty American silver-tongued garrulous manner. That suave loquaciousness made famous through Dawson's Creek and The O.C. And if you're old enough, no, cool enough, Party of Five and My So-Called Life. They are not speaking off the cuff. They have mapped out every single conversation that they are going to have during the day over breakfast. They have rewritten it, studied it, practiced it, and they are now out there performing their erudite tete-a-tetes as if they'd just fallen off the back of the National Players touring bus. It's just not realistic. You know those times when you're having a disagreement with somebody and it gets a bit heated and then they beat you with a belter of a one-liner.
You smell like a baby prostitute.
And you go home red-faced and tail between legged. And later in the evening you think, damn, that's what I should have said. Well, these guys, no, they never think that. It's always perfect first time. Always. And that is a dream that is unobtainable. I mean, these guys are meant to be 16 for sake. And another thing. No one's parents are that perfect. I don't care. They're not. Look, I know a lot of good parents, understanding parents, bloody awesome parents. Shout out to the parents. You know who you are. But none of them are like this.
Who was the father, Juno?
It's Polly Bleecker.
Polly Bleecker?
What?
I didn't think he had it in him.
I know, right?
I mean, come on, there's chill and there's this. They're like two walking, talking Xanax pills. Oh, God.
Hi.
There she is. It's Jennifer Garner, looking about as sympathetic as an atomic bomb. Come on, move on. Get off my screen. Off, off. Now, I'd like to draw everyone's attention to the world's worst ultrasound technician. For reasons unbeknownst to anyone, she decides to essentially berate Juno's character whilst performing her duties.
Are Mark and Vanessa your friends at school?
No, they're the adoptive parents.
Oh, well, thank goodness for that.
What's that supposed to mean?
I just see a lot of teenage mothers come through here. It's obviously a poisonous environment to raise a baby in.
You would think that you might need the tiniest amount of tact when working in this medical area. I mean, again, look, the girl's 16. It's okay, though. Alison Jan is there to full-on I, Tonya her ass.
You think you're so special because you get to play picture pages up there? My 5-year-old daughter could do that, and let me tell you, she's not the brightest bulb in the tanning bed. So why don't you go back to night school in Mantino and learn a real trade?
And this helpfully brings me to a point where I may critique the performances. Everyone here is pretty much excellent. Well, yeah, aside from the obvious Garner fant in the room. And even she doesn't make me quite want to slap a kitten. It is close, though. I'd like to point out another major bugbear I have with this movie. Herschel Gordon Lewis did not make slasher movies. He made splatter movies. The Wizard of Gore is a splatter movie. Maybe you're not perfectly learned, Juno. Look, this movie is exactly what you expect it to be. If you really liked 500 Days of Summer, Garden State, Whip It, firstly, there may be something seriously wrong with you. Secondly, you're going to like this movie. It is better. It's on the upper echelon of this genre. It's reaching for Ghost World. It's grappling with Adventureland. It's dreaming of being Scott Pilgrim versus the world. The trouble is, I have literally seen this movie 10 times. And I'm not meaning that as an insult to the movie. I am saying I have literally seen this movie 10 times. I don't know how that has happened. I don't know why that it has happened, but it has. I have to live with it. Now you do too. And I always forget what happens. Now you might think that that means that this movie constantly feels fresh. But I'm here to tell you that that's not quite the case. It's just that this movie is generally forgettable. It's actually quite charming whilst it's on. There are some genuinely sweet moments. And, as I said, the performances are really rather good. I mean, this is the first thing that I saw J.K. Simmons in since I saw him in the prison drama Oz. And if you've seen him in the prison drama Oz, it really is quite remarkable how he is able to transform so easily into the doting father figure that we see here. It is also rather impressive that at no point does this movie make you think about the real-life implications of the story. What is going to happen when the child reaches 18 and inevitably wants to find out about their true parentage? And the crushing psychological fallout that will no doubt occur when they find quite how emotionally detached Juno was from the entire situation. I mean, Juno might even be a sociopath. Now that thought has actually made the movie more interesting. Juno 2? Anyone? Laters.